So I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to talk about legitimacy and why we're okay with limiting the work conditions in this case. Two, I'm going to be, this will be with a clash with OO, and two is going to primitively answer to the black market idea of CO and explain why this will not radically reduce demand for the mainstream for the industrial plant, and even if it is, it's not a bad implication. But first, some rebuttal. They say that we can force the companies to check the actors, the porn actors. But they just ignore the fact that it takes two facts. One, it takes several months to know if you have an STD or not. So it's actually it's not so easy. Two, the company doesn't really have an incentive to do that on their own. They want the actors to start to play. Second, I want to answer to the fact that say that we can educate about STDs and that will solve the problem. We see in other cases like smoking that educating and saying that you will have cancer, even writing on the box of the cigarettes, you are going to have cancer, and no one has still people do that. Why do they do that? They do that because tendency for optimism. They don't think that this will happen to us because in this specific case. In this moment, they want something, and the desire is harder than their logic. Is stronger than the logic in this moment. So what we're doing here is helping them with just preventing them from doing it by law. Okay, so it's not enough to educate. Now, yeah, okay. Now for the legitimacy. Listen, we are limiting work conditions in a lot of cases. Why do we do that? We want to provide basic level of safety and healthiness in a contract. That's the principle. Why do we do that? We think that workers are not really aware of the risk for health in the work. Even if they do aware, they have a lot of pressure for money, and they have leverage and pressure from their employers. That he is the one that they see when they sign the contract, and he tries to convince them to sign it, and he's the one that will profit from them to sign it. And so that's why we think that in this case, when you need money, when your employer says to you that it is good for you and do all sorts of manipulations on you, and you are not aware of enough aware of the risk you take, in those cases, we think that we limit the freedom of contract or something like this. This is different from sport because just sport people are that actually use drugs or something like this are usually in much higher place in society. They have much more money and much more capital than the one who works in the porn industry. Okay, so for example, we are limiting working hours because of those things exactly. Why do we don't allow people to work 14 hours a day each day? Because we understand that this will not do good for them healthy for their health, and that they do that even if they do take this risk, it probably not worth it. Okay. So in our case, that's exactly the case because the risk for STD is something irreversible. It's something that it's very prevalent. It's very probable if you sleep with tens of people a month and so on. Yeah.
Because working as a sex worker, as someone in the porn industry is an unusual profession, the equivalent example here is not your average Joe clerk, but a race driver.
No, because in order to be race drivers, you need to race is really good. In order to be in the porn industry, you need to have a body, okay? So that's moving on to the next point on why why this will not lead to black market. We think that people putting condoms will not reduce the demand for this kind of porn, because people, when they watch porn, they enjoy it from the psychological effect. Even if you look at porn, most of the times, a lot of the times, the genitals are not even filmed or not filmed very vividly, because people, if they only see organs coming in and out of each other, this is not something that is arousing. What's arousing is the psychological feeling that you have when you picture yourself in this situation. And this feeling is not being harmed when someone is using a condom, because you still see the same eroticness and even some kind of romance that is what excites you from the first place. If it's not in reduced demand, then there is no reason for the black market to arise. Okay, so that's something. That's a burden that the CEO will have to explain us. We think that the main reason it's happening right now is for the satisfaction of the men in the porn industry. That's why it's happening right now, because they have the leverage, because no one tells them that they cannot do it, no law tells them, they do it. But even if it's going to make more amateur porn, look, what's amateur porn? Amateur porn is someone who took the camera and filmed it. If you start having workers and pay them, this is not an amateur porn. This is a company. This is something that we can enforce to do. And people just doing amateur porn for themselves, we think that there's much less exploitation in those cases. A lot of time, these are people that doing it with their own partner, so there's no money involved and there is no pressure for it. For this reason, please.